I never imagined those words would slip from my lips. Not to him. The man who chose me, who stayed through my moods, doubts, and storms. Yet they escaped, bitter and raw, as though torn out against my will. I miss the way he used to love me, I whispered, almost like confessing to the empty room. But my husband heard every syllable. He froze. His shoulders stiffened before he turned toward me, and the look on his face is something I'll never forget. It was as if I had shattered something fragile and sacred between us. He didn't shout. He didn't ask why. He just stared, as though the woman standing before him was a stranger. And in that heavy silence, something inside me cracked wide open. Life with my husband had always been steady, safe, gentle. He was the man who texted before heading home, who folded the laundry without being asked, who rubbed my feet after long days. He was warmth, the quiet after chaos. But with my ex, it had been different. His love was fire, messy, consuming, reckless, thrilling. He made me feel like the only woman alive. It wasn't the man I longed for. It was the feeling. Somewhere in the calm I had built with my husband, a dangerous part of me began to crave that chaos again. I told myself it was harmless, just memories, nothing more. But those thoughts festered until one night, in a moment of weakness disguised as honesty, I said it aloud. And I watched the man I built my life with slowly crumble. He didn't argue that night. He just walked upstairs. I sat on the couch, smothered by guilt I couldn't shake. Every footstep, every door closing, echoed like thunder. The silence between us was louder than any fight could ever be. The next morning, drawers opened, zippers rasped, hangers clattered. I rushed upstairs and found him calmly folding shirts into a suitcase. "What are you doing?" I asked, my voice trembling. He looked at me with tired, broken eyes and said, "You're still in love with someone else. Maybe not the man, but the idea of him. I can't compete with a ghost." I begged him not to leave, told him he misunderstood, that I loved him. But he shook his head. "You want a feeling I can't give. And I can't keep breaking myself to try." That's when it struck me, how much he had already bent, already given, to be everything I needed. And how recklessly I had thrown it away for a fantasy. He kissed my forehead gently before walking out. No anger. Just sadness. Finality. Then he was gone. Days blurred into weeks. The house grew unbearably empty. His side of the bed stayed cold. His coffee mug sat untouched. The little rituals, good mornings, shared meals, weekend movies, vanished, leaving behind only silence and regret. I checked my phone constantly, hoping for a message. Anything. But nothing came. People think heartbreak is loud. It isn't. It's quiet. It's whispering his name into an empty room. It's your heart leaping at every car that passes, hoping it's him. It's silence at dinner so heavy it drowns out your own thoughts. And slowly, I began to see the truth. The fire I missed wasn't love. It was addiction. Addiction to chaos, to unpredictability. My husband had given me what truly mattered. Security, devotion, partnership. And I had destroyed it for an illusion. One night, I found one of his shirts tucked in the laundry. I pressed it to my face, inhaled the faint trace of him, and broke. I cried harder than I had in years, crying for the man I hurt, for the woman I had become, for the love I failed to protect. A few days later, I sent him a message. "I'm sorry. You deserved more. I was foolish to compare your love to something broken. You were everything I needed, and I was too blind to see it." He read it but never replied. And I couldn't blame him. He had every right to protect his heart, to move on, to find someone who would never question the way he loved. The consequences of our words don't always arrive immediately. Sometimes they wait, unraveling slowly, until it's too late to undo them. I told my husband I missed how my ex loved me. But the truth was, I missed the version of myself who once felt worthy of being loved so passionately. What I failed to see was how deeply, how patiently, my husband already loved me, until he walked away. Now I live in a home heavy with memories. I set the table for one. I sleep alone. I sit with the silence I created. And at last, I understand the weight of what I lost. If you've ever doubted the love of someone who chooses you day after day, pause. Think. Cherish it. Don't let fleeting emotions rob you of the steady hands that carried you through storms. Some loves are worth protecting before it's too late.